Om 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 Sahana Vavatu Sahanau Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhitamasto Ma Vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Jnaninamapi Chetamsi Devi Bhagavati Hisam Baladakrisya Mohaya Mahamaya Prayachati Durge Smrta Harasi Bhitim Ashesha Jantoho Swasthaihi Smrta Mati Mativa Shubham Dadasi Daridrya Dukkha Bhayaharini Kadvadanya Sarvopakara Karanaya Sadardra Chittam Sarvamangala Mangalye Shive Sarvartha Sadhike Sharanye Triambake Devi Narayani Namostute Sharanagata Dinartha Paritrana Parayane Sarvasyarti Hare Devi Narayani Namostute Sarvaswarupe Sarveshe Sarvashakti Samanvite Bhayebhyastrahino Devi Durge Devi Namostute Rogana Sheshanapaham Tushta Rushtatu Kaman Sakalanabhishtan Tvamashritanam Navipannaranam Tvamashritakhyashrayatam Prayanti Sarva Badha Prashamanam Trailokyasya Kileshwari Evameva Tvaya Karyam Asmadvairi Vinashanam. Om Shri Durga Devyai Namaha. Hari Om. Welcome to the third day of Navaratri. On this auspicious evening, we will look into the names of Shri Durga from 73 up to 108 today. That is, yesterday we completed with Gudhayai Namaha, the one who is very deep. It is not so. She is not a flippant or a shallow person for us to understand so easily. It requires a lot of years of upasana, sitting close to Durga, being close to her, experiencing her presence, worshipping her, praying to her, praising her. Then she will reveal herself to us. Every God, we cannot meet God. God gives darshan to us. Durga will give us darshan when she sees that our mind has become so much in tune with love to her. The next verse is Om Trivarnayai Namaha. Om Trivarnayai Namaha. Three varnas. She has the three colors. What are the three colors? The three primary colors of guna are white color, red color, and black color. White color represents sattva guna, red color represents rajoguna, and black color represents tamoguna. These three colors or these three gunas are what Devi is all about. Maya Shakti, Trigunatmika, Maya Asti. She is the power of Ishvara, Maya, and she has got these three gunas which is represented by these three colors. What does the white color symbolize? White color reflects everything. It holds nothing to it. That is why it is white in color. It takes in all the colors of the spectrum, the violet, indigo, blue, green, yellow, orange, and red. It holds none of these colors and reflects everything back. That is why white is a color of purity. White is a color of giving. White is a color of pleasantness, because there is pleasantness only when we don't hold back everything for our own self. The moment we start holding back, then there is always something that we hold on to, and it will not make us pleasant to everybody else. In those days, men usually they used to wear only white clothes, white dhotis, white angavastram. Everything was white in color. That is representing this sattva guna, sattvic, pleasing, pleasant color. White is a very pleasant color to look at. Then, what is this red color about? Even in astrology, they give different colors to wear for different days. Out of which, for Tuesday, which is the color of Mars, they say wear red color. And Sunday, which is a color, which is a day for sun, they say wear red color. So red is the color of rajas. Red is the color of dynamism. Red is the color of power. Red is the color of energy, of blood. Red is the color of aggression. Red flag, whenever red flag flies, we say that it is the red signal. It signifies stop, don't move forward, because it's a very powerful color. That is why the red has got a very, very short wavelength. Why is the red kept on top, yellow, and then green later? The wavelength of red is very short, and so at a very short distance you can see the color and stop the vehicle. The wavelength of yellow is a little bit longer, so it is not a very aggressive, it is not a very punishing color, yellow. It is a very cheerful color, and so that is the reason why that yellow color is there. Yellow is also the color that is worn by students. Yellow is also the color that is worn by Dakshinamurti. Anyway, we are not talking about yellow color here. I just went into this traffic signal, and green has got a longer wavelength, and so that's why it's the third sign. So the first is white, and then the second is red, very, very short wavelength that color has got. And that is why in many hotels, they either paint their walls red in color, or all their signboards are all in red color, so that it makes it very compulsive for us to buy. We just want to compulsively buy something. So red color. And then the third color is black. Black is a color that people like very much. Black is a color for Saturn, and black is the color of Krishna. That infinity, when you don't know that infinity, you see it as black in color. Black is the color of night because we don't know. When we close our eyes, it is dark, black in color because we don't know. The color of ignorance is black. The color of there is the color of full closure, closing everything. Black day, we say somebody dies, we observe a black day. When we are protesting, we observe a black day because we don't know the way out, we don't know what to do, but at the same time we are not very happy. White is a happy color. Black is the color that's worn for most of the funerals and cremations the world over. So black is the color of tamoguna. Tamas is inertia, darkness, dullness, lack of knowledge, there is ignorance. Everything is represented by black color. Trivarnayai Namaha, three colors, white, red and black. All the three colors are forms of Durga. The next one, Triswarayai Namaha, Triswarayai Namaha. Three swaras. In Sangeeta, in music, in classical music, there are three swaras which are the base swaras, and for moving into a different scale also, these swaras are kept as a base, and on a higher scale, the first swara starts. What are they? Sa, pa, sa, sa, pa, sa. Triswarayai Namaha. Three swaras. That is the Shadjam, the Panchamam, and the Shadjam on the higher scale. Sa, pa, sa. Three swara. the inhalation, the swara is also one of the other meanings for the name of swara is breath. So knowing to regulate the breathing is also called swara yoga, connecting with the breath. So the inhalation, the retention and the exhalation in pranayama, and again inhalation, retention and exhalation. Triswaras. Triswarayai namaha. When we inhale through the right nostril, the energy flows through the Pingala Nadi on the right side. So that is also swara, where the breath flows or awareness flows. And when we inhale through the right, the energy flows into the Ida Nadi on the left side, the sun and the moon, and in the center is the Sushumna Nadi. When we hold the breath, it is there in the Sushumna Nadi. That is called the central Nadi or central nerve current. We cannot see the nadis. We may be able to see nerves in our surgeries, but nadi is that power that runs through the nerves. Just like we cannot see the electricity, we can know that electricity flows. We can know it touches that pinpoint and it passes through the wire to charge the mobile phone, but we cannot see it really. Even if we cut open the wire, we cannot see electricity. We can only see the manifestation of electricity. So this Durga is Triswara, the three Shabdas in music. Sa, Pa, Shadjam, Panchamam and Uttara Shadjam. Then she is also called Trigunayai Namaha. Om Trigunayai Namaha. Earlier we saw the Trivarnayai Namaha. It represents the Sattva Guna, the white color, the red color and the black color. Three varnas can also mean the three three states of three types of actions that people do: Brahmana, Kshatriya and Vaishya. Brahmana does actions with thinking, the Kshatriya does actions with the arms, Vaishya does actions with the energy. He walks about, he engages in trade and commerce, and he takes care of animals. So three varna is also these three are the three occupations that people do because of the qualities that they have and the what is the quality? Yeah, the qualities that they have. Three varna. Triguna. Triguna is Sattva Guna, Rajoguna, Tamoguna. Sattva Guna is being sattvic, a person who is very quiet, who is very meditative, who speaks the truth, who is calm all the time, who is also brilliant, who is intelligent, who is capable, who spends his life in sadhana to improve himself, very knowledgeable person, Sattva Guna. Rajoguna is a very dynamic person, very enthusiastic. Not only that, Rajoguna turns towards the other end, where we are very ambitious in this world and we entertain qualities like anger, hatred, jealousy, excessive desire, greed. All those qualities come under Rajoguna. And then Tamoguna is the guna of inertia. Inertia is laziness, procrastination, being very dull in the intellect, not wanting to understand, not desiring to understand. That is Tamoguna. So this Devi is these three gunas. All the three gunas are Devi. And the next line itself, it says, Om Nirgunayai Namaha. Devi is not just the three gunas, she is also Nirguna. Nirguna means one who is beyond all the three gunas. That is being like Ishvara, Purusha, the observer of all the three gunas. The consciousness that is aware of Sattva Guna, the consciousness that is aware of Rajoguna, the consciousness that is aware of Tamoguna is Nirguna. The consciousness has got no gunas in it. It is just aware of all the three gunas. Nirguna yai namaha, Satya yai namaha. The truth which we speak is none other than Devi. Devi exists in us in the form of truth. Satya means Sat. Sat means truth. Sat means reality. Asat means untruth, not real. So when we express ourselves in truth, with truth, then Devi is manifested in the form of Satya. The 77th, yes, 77th name, Om Nirvikalpayai Namaha. Devi is free of thoughts. Durga has got no thoughts in her. She doesn't need thoughts to disturb her because she knows what she is going to do. She knows what is the action that she needs to do. She focuses her attention on that action and she does that action with efficiency. She executes that action with efficiency. She doesn't need vikalpa. Vikalpa means thought. Vikalpa is movement of the mind. Simply thinking about something or the other, some worry or the other, some thought or the other, some activity or the other, something that keeps disturbing my mind all the time. Opposite of vikalpa is sankalpa. Sankalpa is also thought form, but it is a very firm thought form. I am going to do this. I am going to be this in my life. So that's a sankalpa. People take sankalpas. I am going to be an IAS officer. I am going to be a doctor. Or they don't, if they know that, they will take the sankalpa like, I am a doctor. I am an IAS officer. That is a nice way to take a sankalpa. When we really want to manifest something, we just take the sankalpa that I am that. I have got whatever I wanted. And I am proceeding with my other work after achieving it. So that is sankalpa. Otherwise, people generally take sankalpas like I want to be peaceful, I want to be happy, I want to have financial abundance, I want to have good relationships. So that sankalpa is erroneous because every day in and day out we are going to want it. We are not going to have it. So if we really want something, we should take the sankalpa that I have what I am seeking. I am very grateful for that. Devi is nirvikalpa. She has got no kalpa, no kalpana, no imaginations, no thoughts in her. She's a very clear-headed person. Nirvikalpaye namaha. Then the next one, 79th. Om Niranjinyai Namaha. Niranjini. Anjana means blemish. Niranjini. Ranjini means Ranjayati. Sorry, Anjana is different. Niranjana. This is Niranjini. Ranjini means one who makes us happy, one who excites us. Ranjana, Ranjayati, somebody who excites us, somebody who makes us happy. She is neither one who makes us happy nor makes us sad. She is beyond any of these kind of activities of the mind which exhilarates others, excites others. She does not consciously want to do something that can titillate others. Niranjini. Ranjini. Ranjini is the one who is shaking others with her beauty, with her expressions, which mean her expressions are very calm. Her expressions are very quiet. They are not bound to titillate others or excite others or confuse others. The presence of Durga is a very, very calming presence. Jwalinyai Namaha. Durga is a form of fire. Jwala. She is shining. What is she shining with? She is shining with the light of consciousness. She is that sattva guna that shines with the light of awareness. With that quality of mind, whatever we see, we are able to see the object, the situation or person as it is with clarity. Jwalinyai Namaha. Malinyai Namaha. Malini is one who is wearing a garland She wears many garlands, whatever she likes. She can wear a garland of roses. She can wear a garland of jasmine. She can wear a garland of lotuses. She can also wear a garland of heads of people. What is the heads of the people? All the people who have surrendered their ahamkaras. She doesn't wear any garland from the graveyard. No, she's not that is not her choice of. It is not a choice of ornament and all that. Like these days, some people do wear mundamala. They wear garlands with heads and skulls and all that. Small, small, tiny, tiny dolls of skulls made as a garland. No. She wears the garland of skulls of those great Mahatmas, yogis, and jnanis who have departed, and their skull is there. That skull is her garland. She wears that. Malinyai Namaha. Malini is also one person, that girl of 7 or 8 years. In Durga festivals in North India, they celebrate Durga Puja, Durga festival. They will decorate a 7-year-old or an 8-year-old girl as Durga, give her that trishul and her hair and makeup with that chandraghanta and everything. They dress her up and she'll be moving around as Durga, and they also worship her. She's called Malini. Malinyai Namaha. Charchayai Namaha. Charcha is she's just smearing herself with ash, with chandan, with fragrant powders. Durga is the one who, she is also her favorite charcha. We say Chandana Charchitayi, Chandana, and then also turmeric. She loves to apply turmeric on herself. Turmeric has got a very cooling power. So Charchayai Namaha. Kravyadopanibarhinyai Namaha. She's the one who destroys the flesh eaters. The flesh eaters means people who are tamasic. The tamasic mind is what she destroys. Durga. Nibarhinyai Namaha. Durga is Om Kamakshai Namaha. Kamakshi. She's got eyes that are full of desire. What is the desire in that eyes? The desire is to make that bhakta happy. Because the job of any god is not to give us our Maserati car or whatever things that we deserve. That is not their job. The job of Ishvara, the job of Ishwari is to grant us moksha. But before we could get moksha, we are caught in so many desires. And so, our main desires for which we have really worked hard, those desires she gives us. And so, Durga is that person whose eyes are full of love. Kama is also love. And what is that love? She wants to give the best for her devotees. Whatever her devotees ask, she wants to fulfill those. And her eyes are thus filled with love for her devotees. There's a very beautiful song. Kamakshi Kamakoti Pithavasi Ni Mamava Kamakshi Kaumari Kusumadyuti He Mambara Bhushani Kamakala Pradarshini Kalyani Gunashalini Kamakshi Kamakoti Pithavasi Mamava. Kamakshi is a deity in Kanchi, Kamakoti Pita. What is that Kanchi? That Kanchi is a Mrityu Sthala. Sorry, it is a Prithvi Sthala. In Prithvi, on this earth, we have many desires. And Devi is that, she also holds, Kamakshi holds that bow made of this sugar cane. which means everything is very beautiful in life, like Manmata, Kamakshi. Kaminyai Namaha. Kamini. Kamini is the one who has the right desires in her, and she holds the desires of her devotees, and she fulfills the desires of her devotees at the right point of time. Kantayai Namaha. Durga is also called Kanta. Kanta means the one who is very shining, one who is very brilliant. Kanta means the rays of the sun. Kanti, Kanta, rays. And it is all brilliance. When there is only pure sattva guna in the mind, the brilliance of consciousness shines through the mind. That is Kanta. That is the Durga. The Durga is that quiet mind where the brilliance of consciousness shines through. Om Kamadayai Namaha. All of us are not going to definitely be people who are always interested in moksha. We are interested in living happily in this world. We are interested in achieving great things in this world. We want to acquire things in this world. We want to experience a happy life in this world. So when we are devotees, when we are loving people, when we are helpful people, we live a life of sadhana, swadhyaya and seva, then Durga becomes a Kamini. She fulfills all our desires. So Kanta is over, Kamini is over. Kamadayai Namaha. Whatever our righteous desires, dharmic desires, Durga fulfills them. Whatever good things that we may have. Kalahamsinyai Namaha. I was looking at the meaning for this Kalahamsini. Kala means disturbance. The disturbance of the mind is kalayati, that which is shaking. Hamsini is that Hamsa Pakshi, which is able to, in the face of disturbance also, like that bird, which can distinguish between what is reality and what is not real, what is milk and what is water, and it chooses the real, it chooses the milk, it chooses the original, like the flowers that King Solomon put to test. The queen showed the flowers to him, some group of real flowers and some group of artificial flowers which are almost looking real. She told King Solomon, find out the real flowers. King Solomon said, open the windows. So let the butterflies come in. So the butterflies went and sat on the real flowers. So when there is disturbance of mind, Durga is that consciousness which is giving us the ability to distinguish between what is this disturbance, what is the truth, what do I need to focus on, what is my goal of life. And by this focus, everything else gets destroyed. All the other disturbances are gone. She is also shyness. Durga. Salajjayai Namaha. She can be very shy. When does Durga become very shy? In the presence of Ishvara, in the presence of the Jnani, in the presence of one who has realized the truth, Durga expresses as that shy one. Durga is ultimately Prakriti. Prakriti is here to give us two things. Prakriti is here to give bhoga, and Prakriti is here to give us moksha. When I say us, we are referring to consciousness. Consciousness manifests as this human being in this place, man or woman. For that Purusha, this Prakriti is there to give bhoga. And as long as we are entertained, we find the bhoga entertaining, we are going on asking for more and more. She keeps giving. But the moment we feel that it is enough, there is nothing more to enjoy in this world. Repetitive, all what we enjoy through the five senses are repetitive. When we get that feeling of boredom of experiencing through the five senses, and when we also get that knowledge of who that Purusha is, and then when we look at Prakriti, she becomes very shy. Like that small girl who is always hiding behind the mother, and when some stranger is coming and looking at her for a long time, she will go and hide behind the mother. Durga is that one who hides behind when the bhoga is given, when all her the experiences that she can give to the person has been exhausted, and there is no more to experience, and the person also gets bored and tired by that, and then Durga just hides away because she has got nothing to give, and she doesn't want to be seen simply standing in front of that Purusha. So she is Salajja, with Lajja, with a sense of shyness. Durga is also Kulaja. She is born in a good Kula, born in a good lineage. We saw yesterday, Atri Sutayai Namaha. There are many rishis to whom she has been born as a daughter. And when we are reading all the stories of these long past stories in the Puranas, we don't need to imagine that they are just stories written by Vedavyasa. They're all histories of people who lived in the past. The only difference between Purana and Itihasa is a recent history. Purana is very, 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 very ancient history, which comes before many, many yugas. Yugas or many kalpas, many, many lifetimes before. This has the stories of women and men that have happened are only our Ishwaras and Devis. Durga, Lakshmi, Saraswati are not just imaginary people or imaginary gunas or imaginary qualities. They have lived their life and they have expressed all these qualities as they lived. And so we idolize them, we worship them with the view that we will get those qualities and we will also rise to great heights like them. Prajnai Namaha. She's the Prajna. In Vedanta, there are three states of experiences. The first is Vishwa. Vishwa is when the consciousness is identified with this physical body and says, this is only I. Consciousness or I identifies with the body and says, this is only me. That is during the waking state. From morning when we get up till night when we go to sleep, that is how we are identified with this physical body as I. Then when we go to the dream state, when we go to sleep, and in the dream state, we are experiencing our identity with the dream body, and the dream body also sees so many other persons and objects and situations, and it is identified with that, and we say, I had this dream, I saw this dream. That consciousness which identifies with the dream body is called Taijasa, or brightness, lightness. And in very deep sleep, we are identified with the darkness inside, the dark space inside our head. When we close our eyes, the consciousness gets identified with that. The sense organs are not looking outward. And so, because of that, no other thoughts are coming in from the outside. There are no thoughts in the mind which are coming. There are only some thoughts which are expressed in the dream. And when we go into the deep sleep, we don't experience any thoughts. And in that state, Prakarshena Agnya. Prakarshena Agnya, one of the names for Prakriti is Prajna, Ishwari. Prakarshena Agnya means very clearly, I don't know. That state of ignorance, that state of darkness, that state of stupor in which we are, that is Prajna. Prakarshena Agnya. And that state of Maya Shakti is Devi. Prabhayai Namaha. So just the opposite. This word Prabha means light. Prakarshena Bhasate. Bhasate means that which shines brightly. The sun, we call it Surya Prabha, Chandra Prabha. Prakarshena Bhasayati. That which shines brightly. Durga is that state of consciousness, that state of sattva guna, where consciousness shines bright. When we say consciousness shines bright, that person also, the face will look brilliant. When that person speaks also, there's brilliance in the words because knowledge is flowing out of them. That is what it means to have a bright consciousness. That is Prabha. Madana Sundaryai Namaha. She is very beautiful. She is very charming. Durga is the most beautiful person to watch. And if we ever get an opportunity to observe and watch, if we don't get a real opportunity, we always have the deities in our temples and in the photographs and images. That Durga is the Durga that we want to watch, and that Durga is present as qualities within us. We cannot really watch something like love. When we say, I want to watch this God, I want to have a darshan of this God, what exactly we mean is, I want to have an experience of this, the presence of this God. And how do we have that experience? We can always have that experience within us only. It cannot happen outside. Madana Sundaryai Namaha, one who is beautiful and one who grants beauty to her devotees. Vagishwaryai Namaha, she is the Ishwari, she is the master of speech. Speech is in her control. She speaks beautifully, she speaks the truth, she speaks the quantity that is required, and she speaks very pleasantly. Satyam vada, priyam vada, hitam vada, mitam vada, says the Shastras. So that is Vagishwaratvam. When we control our speech, when we regulate our speech, when we manage our speech, then that consciousness which is aware of the words, the usage of words, and also expressing words very beautifully in prose and poetry, in whatever way. Ishwaratvam means kingship, lordship. Ishwari means queen. She is the queen of speech, Durga. Vishalakshai Namaha. She's the one who's got beautiful wide eyes. It is not only the physical shape of the eyes that are big and wide is Vishalakshi. Vishalakshi is that the eyes of compassion with which you look at everybody with a sense of compassion, with a feeling of compassion rising in us, wanting to help others, wanting to do good to others, wanting to serve others, a heart welling with compassion. The eyes are the index of the mind. When the heart wells with compassion, it is reflected as Vishalakshi. Vishala means broad and big. Akshi means eyes. The eyes that are, it is having a panoramic view. When we take a picture, fisheye lens, we call it. The fisheye lens in a camera, it takes very beautiful panoramic picture view. That is Vishalakshi. Looking at the whole universe as her own child and blessing everybody in that universe with her presence and grace. Vishalakshai Namaha, Sumangalyai Namaha. She is Sumangali. She is the one who is very, very auspicious. Sumangali is not exactly, it also means that there is no doubt we do Sumangali Puja during Navaratri, where the woman is made to sit with her husband in the traditional attire and they are worshipped, and these women, they bless Sumangali Puja. Sumangalyai Namaha means the one who is very auspicious, the one who is always endowed with life, the one who is always endowed with auspicious surroundings. Auspicious surrounding means there is no death around. Husband is there. That is what the meaning of Sumangali is. So Sumangalyai Namaha. So all people who worship Durga, they get married and they also remain Sumangalis, meaning their husbands are alive and their family is very auspicious. Everything happens well in their family. When we worship Durga, she blesses us with Saumangalyam. Mangalyam means everything blessed that is happening around us, everything auspicious that's happening around us. Kalyai Namaha. Durga is time. Time means not exactly the clock that we see. Time is an indicator of auspiciousness. Time is an indicator of indicator of the path that we are going in our life. Whether we are going on the right path or the wrong path, time can indicate to us. And Durga is that time. Kali. Kali means also dark. Kali also means time. Kala. Kala means time. Kalanatiti kalaha. That which can disturb everything. What does time do? Time comes in the form of people. Somebody is, I was building a very nice snow Shivalinga once in Chicago, and very beautiful. I was admiring that snow Shivalinga, and then my little nephew came. He came running. It was an exciting toy for him too. He was a small child that time. An exciting toy for him to move around and play with. And that beautiful Shivalinga went away. So that is what Kali does. Kali, we will do something. Kali comes and disturbs the whole thing so that we begin fresh again. We try to do something better. We try to follow our ideal in life. We may be doing something successfully, but we may be doing successfully. We may be moving very fast in life, but we may be climbing the wrong ladder sometimes. It may not be in tune with our life purpose or life goals. When it is not in tune with our life goals, Durga comes as Kali and destroys that, and makes us think and rethink on what we need to do in life. Kalyai Namaha. Maheshwaryai Namaha. Maha Ishwari. Durga is a great Ishwari or queen. What is the difference between Ishwara and Jiva? Jiva is that limited space within this body. That limited space has got life. It experiences life, and that is Jiva. Ishvara is that around the body, inside the body as well as outside, the space that is everywhere, which contains life in it, that is Ishvara. This Durga is not only confined within this body. This Durga is Maha Ishwari. She is just like that light and darkness. When the shadow of that Ishvara is Ishwari. So she is that Maha Ishwari, means this whole universe is her form. This whole universe of names and forms is a form of Durga. She controls all the names and forms in this universe. That is why she is called Maha Ishwari. Chandyai Namaha. Durga is Chandi. Chandi means somebody who is very fierce, who has physical power, emotional power, mental power, and intellectual power. She is a conqueror. She can win over any big hurdle in life. Hurdle means even the asuras. She has quelled very powerful asuras, and that is why she gets a name Chandi. When we worship Durga as Chandi, we will also be endowed with great powers to do the right things in life and remove all obstacles that come in the path of dharma. So these days there are many things that we talk about. Everybody is talking about Sanatana Dharma. They're disgracing the name of Sanatana Dharma, or they are talking ill of all of our sages and saints. They're talking ill of our gods, and then we just hear it. We see it on TV. We discuss with our friends. How are they doing all these things? We say, and we feel very sad. We don't know what to do. You worship Chandi, you will get the power. You will get the power to do what you need to. You may be a lawyer, you may be a doctor, you may be a journalist, you may be an entrepreneur, you may be a policeman, you may be an army officer, you may be a prime minister, you may be a politician, you may be a minister, you may be a counselor, and you want to stand on the path of dharma, and somebody is coming on the path of dharma and they are obstructing that dharma to happen. You don't compromise on that. You can invoke Chandi, and she will be there to remove all those obstacles. She will give you the strength, she will give you the clarity, she will give you the energy to conquer those obstacles and stand and uphold the flag of Sanatana Dharma. Chandyai Namaha, Om Bhairavyai Namaha. Bhairavi is also a very fierce one. Bhairavi is the name of a raga. Viribo ni when you sing the raga, that Bhairavi, that Devata is invoked. Bhairavyai Namaha. She is Bhairavi, the one who gives, the one who is very fierce, like Ravanath. Ravana means just to cry loudly, loud shout, loud roar. Bhairava, Bhairavi. Bhairavi is also the name of all the yoga sadhakas who have been doing very great sadhanas. Durga is Bhairavi. And Bhairavi also, again, in our Durga festivals in North India, they dress up girls around 12 years, 11 years, 12 years. They dress them as Durga. And these meanings I get from the Sanskrit dictionary. I've not read them anywhere. I don't know anything. I don't know anything of all this. If at all I'm speaking something, it is because of the grace of Durga. Bhairavi is, they dress up girls of not standard, 11 years and 12-year girls. They dress them up as Durga with the Trishul, like how I said Kumari. So Bhairavi is also like that. Bhuvaneshwaryai Namaha. Bhuvana Ishwari. She is the universal, the Bhuvana means the whole earth. And she's the Ishwari means she's a Lord. She's a controller. She's a creatrix. She's a proprietrix of this whole universe. She is the administrator of this universe. She manages this universe, this whole Bhuvana. Bhuvana Ishwariyai. Bhuvaneshwariyai Namaha. Nityayai Namaha. Is Durga somebody who's going to come, who's got a birth date and who's got a death date? No. She's Nitya. She's eternal. Like her Purusha, like Ishvara, Durga is eternal. Nityayai Namaha. Sananda Vibhavayai Namaha. Sananda. There are in Yoga Shastra, there are different types of samadhis. Samadhis means absorption of the mind. Savitarka, Savichara, Sananda, Sasmita. Sananda Samadhi is when this consciousness identifies itself with the guna, the sattva guna. When this consciousness is identified with sattva guna, it is just abiding quietly. Like in the state of deep sleep, we are identified with tamoguna. And so we are not moving. Even there we experience joy, but it is not equal to the joy of meditation. The joy of meditation is the mind is alert. When I open my eyes, I can work with clarity. I can think with clarity. I can express with clarity. I can feel with clarity. I can realize with clarity. I can do work with clarity. I can achieve success in my life with that kind of a consciousness through sattva guna. Whereas consciousness expressing through tamo guna, there is only experience of bliss. I am happy. Only that feeling is there. There is no possibility of any achievement in that state. So Sananda Vibhavayai Namaha. In that Sananda Samadhi, Durga is that consciousness which is absorbed in that Shuddha Sattva Guna, and the mind is absorbed in that Shuddha Sattva Guna. And when we are endowed with such a mind, when we wake up from that state of Samadhi and we look at the world, everything seems so beautiful in this world. Whatever we need to achieve, we will be able to achieve. Whatever we need to do to help others, we will be able to do. Whatever we need to avoid, we will be able to avoid. We will live a very wise life with the help of this Durga, who is Sananda Vibhava. Visheshena Bhavati. Sananda Vibhava means special manifestation of Sattva Guna, meaning very great musicians, very great orators, very great sportsmen, very great actors, very great thinkers, very great politicians, very great lawyers, very great doctors, very great social servants, very great administrative officers, very great teachers, very great students. Greatness in any field. Sananda Vibhavayai Namaha. Satyajnanayai Namaha. Durga is that light of consciousness who has caught that pulse of truth, that pulse of reality in everything, in every situation. When we meet any person, when we take an object, we need to feel the pulse of that. The pulse of that will tell us whether it is truth, whether it is untruth, whether it is reality, whether it is not real, whether it is going to be conducive to me or it is going to be disturbing to me. Satya Jnanaya Namaha. That Durga is Satya Jnana. It's true knowledge. What is true knowledge? Atma Vidya, the knowledge of the self. She is of the nature of Atma Vidya and she also bestows that knowledge on her devotees. Satya Jnanaya Namaha. Tamopahayai Namaha. She is Tamopaha. She can destroy tamas. Durga can wipe away tamas from our life. Tamas means inertia, dullness, incapacity to think clearly, or incapacity to think about others, feel for others, or help ourselves, or do what we need to do, achieve what we need to achieve. Tamopahai, that tamas, Durga will remove. Maheshwara Priyankaryai Namaha. She is the beloved of Maheshwara. We saw her name is Maheshwari, which means the queen of this universe. The king of this universe is Maheshwara, and that is Lord Shiva. She is the beloved of Lord Shiva. She is the beloved of Lord Shiva, and she does what Shiva likes. Lord Shiva likes. What is Lord Shiva likes? Lord Shiva likes all of us to be wise, knowledgeable like him. And so she removes all our kleshas. She gives us whatever we want and fulfills our dharmic desires. And she gives us a knowledge and takes us close to Shiva. Maheshwara Priyam Karyai Namaha. She does that which is very dear to Lord Shiva. Maha Tripura Sundaryai Namaha. Maha Tripura. The three Puras in the Bhuloka, in this Jagrad Avastha, and the Bhuvar Loka in the Swapna Avastha. Every day when you pray to Durga, you meditate upon Durga, you think about her, in all the three worlds she will be there. You will not get bad dreams in our dream. And in deep sleep, you will experience deep sleep with awareness, with consciousness, because she will be there as knowledge. She is there in all the three worlds expressing as beauty. So wherever we create beauty, wherever we create love, wherever we create harmony, wherever we create abundance, wherever we create wealth, wherever we create brilliance, Durga is there in that place. She is there in all the three worlds. Maha Tripura. Three Puras means the three aspects of our daily existence. The Jagrad Avastha, the waking state, the dream state, and the deep sleep state. Then we have Durga Parameshwaryai Namaha. Durga. First we saw the meaning of the word Durga. Durga Durgati Nashini. Durga means one who is very difficult to approach. You need to do tremendous sadhana. You need to worship her. You need to think about her. You need to talk about her. You need to do things for her. You need to offer all your desires to her. Then she will be pleased. Then the Durga will be pleased. That is Durga. And then Durga is also the one who takes us away from the wrong path. If we are going in the wrong path in life, Durga takes us away from that and leads us to the right path. Durgati, she removes that gati, which is meaning sometimes you may like something and you may be getting something, you may be enjoying that in life, but it's not something that is good for you or good for your family or good for your own personal progress in life. And suddenly what you really were enjoying, secretly enjoying, is snatched away from you. you feel very sad, you feel very depressed, know that it is the work of Durga, because she removes your Durgati. In whatever wrong path we are going, she removes that. Parameshwariyai Namaha. She is the Parama Ishwari, that supreme Lord of this universe. Ishwara Bhava. Ishwara means Lordship. That feeling of I am, the Lordship is not about ruling over everybody and controlling everybody. Lordship is that sense of responsibility. Wherever you see a great sense of responsibility, it can be in an elder sister taking care of her younger brother, or it can be a class leader minding the class in the absence of the teacher and doing her work very well, or it can be the prime minister or the president, or any in any field. It can be a great social service person who takes up a cause and responsibly goes after that and sees that the work is delivered. That Parameshwari is Durga. That is a quality of Durga. Ishwari or Ishwara, in those days, kings are not, it is not something that is to be very proud of or anything. They were not very proud of their kingship. Kingship was sitting very difficultly on them, because difficultly, yeah, with a lot of difficulty on them. Kingship is all about responsibilities. How well I'm able to take care of my subjects. That is what is very important. And that Durga Parameshwari is this great queen of this universe who takes responsibility for our lives, to guide our lives to greater and greater progress. So we will conclude with this, and tomorrow, iti Durga Ashtottara Shata Namavali. And tomorrow, for the next 3 days of Navaratri, we'll look at the 108 names of Mahalakshmi. Om Sarvesham Swastir Bhavatu, Sarvesham Shantir Bhavatu, Sarvesham Purnam Bhavatu, Sarvesham Mangalam Bhavatu, Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinah, Sarve Santu Niramayah, Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu, Ma Kaschid Dukkha Bhag Bhavet. Om Asatoma Sadgamaya, Tamasorma Jyotirgamaya, Mrityorma Amritangamaya. Om Purnamadav Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om. बोले श्री सद्गुरुनाथ महाराज की जय. हर नमः पार्वती पतये. हर हर महादेव. हरि ओम.